What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to talk to you about Warhammer 40k. So, there's been a lot of stuff dropping for the 40k wargamers, such as new models, the storyline's been progressing with the Psychic Awakening, and finally, we come to the Tau getting their own little segment in this new chapter. Now, they haven't revealed it yet, but chances are, if not this week, then for sure next week, we'll be getting more inklings as to what's to come, what are the new rules, new stratagems, and whatnot. However, this new chapter of the Psychic Awakening, like I said, is going to deal with the Tau, as well as with the Astra Militarum, and they're going to be fighting. However, the Astra Militarum has been, I guess, invaded by the Genestealer cults. So now they're fighting the Tau from outside, and they're fighting the Genestealer cults from within. So it's not looking really good for the Astra Militarum, but it's going to be really awesome to see these three factions getting some love. I know when it comes to the Genestealer cults, they're fairly new in the world of Warhammer 40k, at least lore-wise, and like they have their own codex. So I'm really interested to see what boosts they're gonna have. When they were first revealed, and you had all these like patriarchs and awesome combinations of like Genestealers, and then you had some Astra Militarum aspects in there. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. But to me, I never really liked them because I just felt that they were too Astra Militarum-y, and I like my Genestealer cults to be all Tyranid, like the apex predator, the predator that lies in wait, ambushes you, and then finishes you off without a thought. When it comes to like invading your body and making essentially offspring from that body, you get these weird Genestealer hybrids, and I don't know, I'm not too into that. The Aberrants look cool because they look more Genestealer than anything, but I don't think they're going to be getting any new models, because they just got a whole bunch of new models with their last update. So I'm just looking more so for the rules to see if they've grown in a sort of I don't know, like I just feel like they need something more of an oomph to their cause, to their play style. When it comes to the Astra Militarum, I'm definitely looking into that because one of our friends in our play group, he recently has just been buying Astra Militarum stuff. More so like tanks, basilisks, that kind of thing. So, depending on what they put out in the Psychic Awakening, I gotta keep an eye out for that to see if it's gonna bolster his new army and what I could like kinda take away from that. Because this year, I definitely want to focus more on utilizing my Tau. The Tau was always my favorite army in 40k. They always had that technological advantage above everyone else. However, like, Necrons are way more advanced, so are the Eldar, but like technology, for some reason, is what made the Tau stand out, on top of their philosophy of the greater good. Speaking of the greater good, that philosophy came from the Ethereals, the kind of, I don't even know what to call them, they're like almost like another level, almost like popes, like battle popes for the Tau. They're held on a different pedestal than regular Tau, and because of that they kind of look for them for guidance, whether that's because of like mind control or pheromone control. Still up for grabs to figure out exactly what that is, but I never really liked the Ethereals. I was all about the Renegade Farsight, so that's why my army was built around the thing that Farsight is most known for, and that is battlesuits. So in my army there are 0 fire warriors, and that is at a detriment to winning games. Because it's a running joke in our playgroup that, oh, here comes the Sound Alchemist with his Tau, he already lost the game before it's even started. And oftentimes it's true. I don't win too often in 40k, and that's because I don't run fire warriors. But the whole thing that I'm thinking about doing this year is to convert the drones to have the guns that the fire warriors do, whether it's like the pulse carbines or the pulse or plasma weaponry, that kind of thing. And it's a very easy conversion. I just never got along to doing it because you got to buy a lot of drones and you got to buy the weapons, and just a little bit of converting and whatnot. So I gotta get that going this year so I could be winning games, and I really want to see what happens to the Tau with this Psychic Awakening. The last time we saw the Tau, they weren't doing very well. They had just created the Startide Nexus, which was essentially the Tau's new technology to traverse the warp and basically cross massive amounts of space in a relatively short time, because they wanted to colonize outside of the area that they currently occupied. So thus began the fourth sphere expansion, or fifth, I forget which one it is, and it didn't end up good. They went into the warp, Zeech fucked up with them, made the Tau pretty much go crazy and start killing their auxiliaries pretty much on sight. This was so bad that the Tau almost caused a civil war with the Croods. But luckily, it didn't end up escalating to that point. But still, those Tau are all fucked up. And I think these are the Tau that are going to be focused on during the Psychic Awakening stuff. What we know for sure is that Shadow Sun has been awoken, and she has gone into this new area of space that the Tau have traversed via the Startide Nexus and that warp jump. And she is not having it. She's tired, she's been beaten, she's been overall just not having a good time in that area of space, and you can see it. There was a little excerpt that kind of gave you a little rundown, a little story, a little prelude to what we can expect, and it's basically saying that the Tau are, I wouldn't say being run out of this space, but they're having a very tough time. I'm assuming they're probably fighting the Astra Militarum / the Genestealer cults, and that's why they're in a bad position. So with Shadow Sun's brand new armor, I wouldn't say new, it's more like the next step in her technology, she seems to be doing better when it comes to combat, at least. So I really love that model. The art for her new model is amazing, as you've seen in the scans and images here. So I'm really looking forward to see if another new model comes out for the Tau. I doubt it, because usually the whole theme behind the Psychic Awakening is that you usually get one new model, some stratagems, a few rules here and there, and that's pretty much it. So can't wait to see what they're gonna get. I'm hoping it's more like battlesuit centric stuff, but I don't think that's what it's going to be, because that's more for Farsight, and as obviously it's going to be focusing on Shadow Sun. So I'm expecting some auxiliary stuff and some Fire Warrior stuff, with maybe some more like stealth options or a different type of drone. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to see these new revelations. The anticipation is killing me, because finally we've gotten to the Tau portion of the Psychic Awakening. So again, let me know what you guys think is going to happen, unless it already comes out by the time this video drops, but hopefully it's still fun to theorize in the comments. Also, if you want to give me some tips, some tricks to playing the Tau, let me know down in the comments. What do you guys usually field when you play Tau? What do you usually do? Do you just run a gun line? Is it all about dropping suits and taking out key enemy units? Again, any little tip is going to be some major help for me, especially since I haven't won a game in a very, very long time. So, that's all I got for today, guys. Let me know what you're looking forward to in the Psychic Awakening, whether it's going to happen with the Astra Militarum, Genestealers of Tau, or further beyond, such as with the Orcs. Because we know that Gaskul Meg Uruk Thraka is getting a new model, and Gershwin is very excited for that. So yeah, I'll see you in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, check out the Patreon, check out the Facebook page, and yeah, that's all I got for today. This has been The Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.